Hi again, everybody. This is Scotty with Hawk Fire Saws. I'm going to leave the camera down to where you can see the saws instead of looking at me. The other day I introduced you to the new ES-2511T from V-Modest. And I guess it doesn't have a T on it. But before I take it out and get it all covered with sawdust, I thought it'd be kind of nice just to take a quick look at it as it compares to the Echo 2511T that I have. See what's the same and see what's different. Because as we talked in that last video, right away we know the side cover for the clutch is different, with a single stud on the Echo and dual studs on the V-Modest. So I know those won't interchange. The clutches look pretty much the same. Let's see what the muffler cover looks like. A little different shape here and there, but they look pretty similar. Let's see if by chance it'll actually interchange. Well, it looks like it does. Of course, the discharge for the muffler is significantly different. And I sent my 2511 out to get it ported and worked on, muffler modified a little bit, so I know that it's not going to be quite the same as what a new off-the-shelf 2511 would be. Well, let's see what it looks like under the hood. The air filters look similar, though it looks like we've got a nylon mesh on the V-Modest versus the felt on the Echo. And it looks like the carburetor throat is a little smaller on the V-Modest. Let's see here. I'll go width right at the butterfly. Looks like 0.057? No, 0.57. Versus what, 0.6335 on the Echo. The air filter opening itself, 0.66 to 0.74 in a small change. So the Echo carburetor is definitely a little bigger. The Venturi down in there doesn't look a lot different. Looks like the V-Modest might be a little bit smaller. I don't have anything that can reach down in that far. Excuse me. We already looked at the main frame and the oil cap being significantly smaller. It looks like the fuel cap is a little smaller too. I don't know if that means the threads are smaller. So let's see if the starter is the same. Now I noticed this starter is the spring-loaded easy start. So that's kind of nice, which is certainly going to make a little bit of difference in the size. But I'm more just interested if it physically fit. looks pretty similar. Oops. And then the 3 screw holes line up. I don't have quite as good a fit here on top, so there must be a little difference in that part of it. Let's see what happens when we try to put the Echo starter on the V-Modest. Got a coil wire here in the way of the V-Modest. Looks like it's routed just a little differently. That looks like it does fit. Flywheel and coil look pretty similar. I noticed the starter dogs on the V-Modest are not removable like they are on the Echo. That might make pulling the flywheel off a little more difficult. The engine itself looks similar. The 2 tabs there. Got a serial number plate location on the V-Modest. We do not have one of those on the Echo. The chain catcher is different. And of course, being the single stud versus a dual stud, I'm sure they would not interchange anyway. And of course the kill switch is different. Looked at that the other day with a spring-loaded switch here versus a slider on this side. A little different shape on the spark plug cover. And some venting here where we don't have it there. So there are some subtle differences. I don't know if it would be enough to disqualify calling it a clone versus just a similar saw. You know, we're kind of used to dealing with the other clone saws that have interchangeable parts with Husky and steel. Don't know that that's going to be the case on these. Certainly its use should be interchangeable, but doesn't look like all the parts are going to be. All right, we'll slap it together and I'll get it out there and see how it does.